Alright, December 14th and the return of 1943 from Sioux City. This train is going from Sioux City, Iowa to Council Bluffs. Right now it is on the Fremont sub, heading east. Rich Bernard and Rail Fanning Adventures. The coolest part about this is we're catching a C&W on the C&W. This used to be C&W's main line from Chicago to Fremont. Now UP. And we got here in the nick of time. 1943. One of my favorite engines that UP owns. Rail Fanning Adventures, December 14th, 2025. Alright, December 14th, 2025. Rich Bernard, founder of Rail Fanning Adventures. And I am in Fremont, Nebraska. I am on the west end of town by where BNSF crosses the Transcon. That's right here, the diamond literally is right there. Fremont is one place that you can see BNSF and UP at the same time. The crew just changed here in Fremont, and this is a westbound manifest coming. Got an interesting load up front, a high and wide. I think it's a transformer. I believe it's a transformer. These guys just did a crew change, and they're going to start heading west. I believe it's on Main 2, westbound. There he is, getting going. If that's not a shot for typical Midwest shot, train in an elevator. DPU with the door open. And here comes that high and wide load. They got a flat car in front of it, a flat car behind it. We're spacing. Big transformer. Big transformer. interesting welds on that heavyweight there. Oh, and a beak hole. I don't know if I can get that. Sorry, Ian. I missed it, buddy. There's a beak hole for you. Ian and Pittsburgh loves them. That looks like an old Rock Island right there. See what other goodies we get. With an Illinois Central, that wood beam. I see, Illinois Central. Here comes a Missouri Pacific gondola. There's one. There's a fallen flag. Again, ladies and gentlemen, get them while you can, because they're not going to be around much longer. These guys are all hitting their 50-year mark. They're going to end up maintenance away or scrapped. Again, I'm on the western end of Fremont. Fremont is where the former C&W would have terminated. UP going west. They had an interchange yard here with UP. Now it goes straight through. So you got the Blair Fremont sub coming into the Omaha sub. The Omaha sub is the original Transcon. That alignment has changed many times. Moved up the hill to get away from the water down in Omaha. Old. Temperature, I think of like 12 degrees out right now. Showing 19. With the wind chill, it's probably about 3 or 4. Again, this one's got that high and wide load on it. I think it's probably going to run restricted speed all the way across because of that high and wide. Lucky's been doing this a lot. Manifest in the front, then stack train at the end, or stack train in the front, DPUs and manifest in the end. Now, this is a usual train for us out here. A mix of both freight and intermodal. There comes our rear DPU pushing. Nebraska. All right, December 14th, Fremont, Nebraska. And we got a westbound coming off the Blair Fremont side. On to the Transcon here in Fremont. This was C&W Mainline, now UP. Trunk, look at that. That's a good fallen flag. And this one's chasing the high and wide that just went through. That's pretty cool. There's some Japanese anime there. Sometimes there's some cool graffiti. I like the art, like when they actually draw something. That's pretty cool. When it's just their names or whatever, that's boring. Some of it looks good though. This is an auto-rack manifest. Auto-racks in the front, everything else tacked onto the rear. Again, it's December 14th. I'm Richard Bernardin, the founder of Rail Fanning Adventures on Facebook.
welcome aboard. As always, I hope to catch you guys trackside. I try to put out where I'm going to be and where I'm watching trains. And pinky in the brain. Behind me, there's the local BNSF units idling. Again, with it being 9 degrees. And this westbound is chasing that high and wide. That's probably got a slow order because it's pulling a high and wide. That transformer was huge. The first half of this train was auto racks. The second half is everything else. In fact, all we need is coal and some intermodals, and this thing really pulling everything. Mid-train DPUs are coming. Looks like there's 2 of them. Oh, we got some cryo trains. We got Nellie will be the first one. Lori will be the second one. There's Nellie. Lori is next. Followed by Woodburn. Lake Jack. Number 4. Grover, number 5. Sublimity, number 6. Yeah, number 6 is Sublimity. And number 7 is Sugar Island. Ooh, we got another Missouri Pacific gondola coming. It still has its Mopec Eagle on it. There we go. Got that one. Again, this one's heading westbound. It is following a following another manifest that had a high and wide transformer on it. That's got probably a slow order because it's pulling that high and wide. And there's probably traffic coming east right now, so they won't let him speed up and run around him. Oh, UP's locals working behind me and about to cross the other diamond. There's two diamonds here. UP crosses BNSF. And then BNSF crosses UP's main line to the west of me. Directly behind me is a diamond for them to get to some of their customers over the BNSF main line. See if I can get that real quick. There he is, the local working. He's about to cross the diamond, which is right on the other side of that truck there. Again, Fremont is a great spot to watch UP and BNSF. You got the Blair Fremont sub, which this train is on, meeting up with the Omaha sub right here in Fremont. The Blair Fremont sub was the C&W main line, basically terminated here, and they interchanged with UP here. And then behind me was CBQ, the Sioux City sub, which now is BNSF. Again, this manifest has got a slow order. It's chasing another manifest that had a high and wide transformer load on it. The UP local from Fremont is behind me, working its customers, and is coming out to come back over to the yard. We'll catch him in a minute. He won't be able to get across until this guy gets out of the way. Alright, we got another cryotrans coming. Delano. Ladies and gentlemen, Fremont is a great place to watch trains. You can sit right between UP's main lines and BNSF Sioux City sub. You get both of them here. There's always locals working. There's always something to watch. It's a great rail fanning spot. Living in Carter Lake, I usually go to Mo Valley. It's closer, but today I decided to venture here. All right, ladies and gentlemen, here we go. Put the window down. As the manifest continues to go by, coming west right now on the local track is the UP local. We're going to pan to the east here. Coming along the Omaha sub. There's our local working. Our poor conductor riding in this freezing cold. Poor guy. It is absolutely cold out. Go back to our slow moving westbound manifest. again, ladies and gentlemen. And here comes our local. UP local right here. Our conductor freezing his balls off. And here comes $5.99. I missed 500. I got a ride on 500 once. Westbound manifest on the right, coming off the Blair Fremont sub, onto the Omaha sub, and then I think it turns into the Columbus sub here. But it's on its way to North Platte. And there goes our local with our conductor watching the sub. Poor guy. Again, Rail Fanning Adventures, Fremont, Nebraska. December 14th. All right, December 14th, Fremont, Nebraska. Here comes our first eastbound here in Fremont. The local had to do some work. It finally got out of the way, and here comes the traffic. Now on the Blair Fremont sub. I think it's called the Columbus sub, right? So in Fremont, the Columbus sub turns into two, the Omaha and the Fremont Blair. This one's on the Fremont Blair, which used to be the former C&J. C&W, I'm sorry. But yeah, brain fried. C&W, former C&W. Oh, there's some Alaska West. Cool. There we go. Need to get them in O. The 40 footers up back to 53s. So a little bit of information for all of you rail fans out there that don't know this. The 40-foot box is the most commonly used box in the world. The 53s are mainly used here in the U.S. Europe and some of Asia, the roads can't support 53-foot trailers, so the 40-foot box is what's used. 40-footers and 20-footers throughout Europe and Asia. 53s are generally used in the United States. Today is December 14th, 2025. Rich Bernardin, founder of Rail Fanning Adventures. And I am here in Fremont, Nebraska. train just came off the Columbus sub and is now on the Blair Fremont sub, or the Blair sub, which will take it all the way to Mo Valley, where it will connect with the Boone sub, or they can head south there into Council Bluffs, but this is not. This is going east all the way to Chicago. The guy here in Fremont, though, this is the first eastbound train we had. And we haven't had a BNSF go by yet. Surprised. Usually on Sunday they run pretty heavy, but we haven't had a single one go by yet. The power's sitting right behind me, though, the local. So, they won't start moving till tomorrow. And there goes the end of our eastbound, and I'm just panning around. There's our 3 local power units for Fremont BNSF. Panning west. Rail Fanning Adventures, Fremont. Alright, December 14th, and yeah, we're losing a light here. It's our second eastbound today, and it is a loaded coal drag. Loaded coal drag. The former C&W line, and there it goes. COLX, FDG, OGSX, EDGX are your reporting marks on this one. Nice big eastbound loaded coal drag. Let's see if this is a single or a mega. We do get quite a few mega coal drags. It's basically 2 coal trains into one. Because UP, interesting fact, west to east in Nebraska, you drop 1 foot every mile. The steepest part of the grade is on the line that it's on right now, and that is from Arlington, Nebraska to California Junction in Iowa. It is a big drop. They go down off the bluffs across the Missouri. That is the steepest grade on this line. Other than that, coming across Nebraska from west to east is 1 foot every mile. If you ever get the chance to go to the Railfest in North Platte at the Golden Spike Tower and North Bailey Yard, they'll tell you about that and give you all kinds of cool information about UP's system. That's why all the hump yards in Bailey go from west to east, because it's the grade of the land. And this is a single coal drag. bunch of UP coal cars on it. That's nice. Not leasers. Coal cars actually owned by UP. And here comes our rear DPU. Rail Sanding Adventures, Fremont. Alright, December 14th, 2025, Rich Bernardin found our rail fanning adventures here in Fremont, Nebraska. And here is our third eastbound today. And it is aligned also to go down the Blair sub. We'll be coming off of the Columbus sub onto the Blair sub. Again, the former C&W main line. It's like a corn shuttle. Definitely a corn shuttle. Oh, there's a C&W on the C&W. This one will be the last one today, guys. I lost the light here. Getting cold and yeah. Time to call it a day. Temperatures are rapidly plummeting. I am having some problems with a tire. One of the bad things about working for the railroad is tires, because inevitably we pick up all kinds of stuff and get punctured a lot from the ballast, other junk that's in the rail yard. So gonna have to get me some Ferromex cars. You know, I'm seeing a lot of Ferromex cars. Then again, we do ship a lot of feed and corn down to Mexico. They can't grow the food that they need, so we send a lot of flour and corn and feed for their cattle and animals from here to there. I tell everyone, the Midwest feeds the world, for real. We really do. We ship our corn all over the world. There comes our rear DPU. Rail Fanning Adventures, Fremont, Nebraska. All right, December 14th, I'm here in Fremont.
And rule number one of rail fanning adventures, with me and my guys, we established these rules a long time ago. You never leave on the green. Well, as I was leaving, I saw the green, and well, we got another eastbound coming. So, I believe he's going to be coming in and doing a crew change. I know they just dropped off a crew from somewhere, coming to get on this. So he might be stopping. We shall see. It's a roll through, and we are either going to go to Omaha or we're going to go to Blair. Tell you in a minute. We're going to Omaha. This just came off the Columbus sub and is heading down the Omaha sub to go to Council Bluffs. Up, big train DPU. To everyone in my group, if you guys ever want to rail fan with me, just shoot me a message on Facebook or email us, railfanningadventures@gmail.com. You can message me through Facebook. Just click my Facebook page and send me a message. I answer back everyone, and right now I have some free time, so if you'd like to hang out and rail fan, let me know. Also, if you're coming out to Nebraska and Iowa to rail fan, give me a shout. I'll be happy to show you all the good spots. And some spots that you normally can't get into because I have access to. Great thing with working with the railroad, you get all kinds of other cool spots to watch that most other people don't get to. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, this is going to be the last one for me tonight. Rich Bernardin signing off. Rail Fanning Adventures, Fremont, Nebraska, December 14th. Hope to catch you trackside.